Hey guys, my name is Amy Borensheen and I'm a level 5 leader out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I am here to talk to you today about branding yourself through social media and branding your business through social media. So you may not think that this is a very big deal, but it is a huge deal in our business. Branding is everything. You want people to trust you, you want people to trust your opinion, and you want to just be more than like an ad on TV that's annoying everyone. So my general rule of thumb when you are on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, is not to overpost. The general rule is don't post more than twice a day. Some days, if like you're on a vacation, there's exceptions to the rule, but just try not to overpost because you're basically competing with yourself. So if you post more than twice a day, then the post that you posted down at the bottom will just get lost in translation basically and get lost on the news feed and all that stuff. So no more than twice a day. And then you don't always have to post about the business. So when you are branding yourself, you want to be able to scroll down your Facebook feed, your own personal one, and know a little bit more about you. So for instance, me, I'm a mom, but that doesn't brand me. That doesn't define me. I post about fashion. I post about funny things that happen to me throughout the day. I post a lot of what crazy things my kids say. I post funny stuff along with serious stuff so that people can get to know my sense of humor and who I am. So when you're posting, think about, does this define me? Like, is this showing me as a person that I want to portray, that people will trust, that people will get to know, that will ask me for a product, whereas they won't ask someone like my neighbor or something about the product. So when you're posting, think about that. Think of if you were scrolling Facebook and you saw this post, would you want to be friends with yourself? So take a look at your Facebook feed. Scroll down like 3 or 4 scrolls and just see what kind of brand that you are or are making for yourself. Then also, you want to post about the products only about probably, my general rule of thumb is 2 to 3 times in a 10-day period. I post usually a before and after on Tuesdays. I do Transformation Tuesday. And usually that's the only product post I will post. I will also post a business post. So like sometimes I'll post, like I just recently posted Misty May joined RNF and I did a kind of a business post about that. I usually do those posts either on Sundays or Wednesdays. But honestly, do what works for you. If you need your sponsor to make you a schedule of posting at first, totally feel free to ask them because they will have many ideas for you and it's a lot easier to not reinvent the wheel and just copy and paste. But with the new Facebook algorithm, you don't want to just copy and paste because they see that you're copying and pasting and then they don't put up your post as high in people's Facebook feeds. So if you see a post you like, totally fine to grab it, screenshot it, make sure you comment on it. That's our thing, is if we want to use someone's post, we'll comment on it so that we can use it too. And then make it in your own words. People know who you are, and like I said, branding is everything, so make sure it's your voice that's coming through in this post. And then you want to also do a lifestyle. We call these, like if you have the Sunday scaries and you don't want to go back to work on Monday, a lot of people scroll Facebook that night and look just for happy things. And I mean, at least I know my network does. So I always post a lifestyle post on Sundays. So whether that's what RNF has been doing for me, or there's lots of various ways that you can do this post. Sometimes it's a payday post, like I never expected this business to do this for me, but now I can do X, Y, and Z. But make it in your own words, make it raw and real and who you are. These posts are the ones that most business partners say that they noticed and that they wanted to join the fun of RNF. So obviously, they're super important for your business. And also it's kind of helpful for you to see as well, like why you joined this business, and it kind of helps, it kind of helps that process as well. So do one of those. I usually try to do one a week, but they're hard. So you really have to think about it and come up with a great one. I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect or anything. Just make sure like it portrays who you are, and you won't have any problems with them. At first I got really nervous to do them, like sweaty pit nervous. And that's why I always like tell my team that if you have sweaty pits, you're doing it right. But yeah, just make a raw post every once in a while on whatever day your network seems to be working for you. So I do mine usually on Sundays. I know a lot of people do them on Sundays, just because you get a lot of people scrolling Facebook that day. Another rule of thumb that I like to try to do is I try not to post more RNF than my own personal posts. So you don't want to be like a Facebook ad. You don't want people to get annoyed. And so I try to be real, be who I am, post other stuff other than RNF. If you do want to post RNF, just try to post once and then post something else that day too. So you know how I was saying like you're competing against your own posts? So if you only feel like posting once a day, that's totally fine. Sometimes I only do once a day or twice a day sometimes. Another good rule of thumb with the new Facebook algorithm is to get on about 10 to 15 minutes before you personally post and comment and interact in other people's Facebooks, because Facebook sees that and then they push up your stuff on other people's news feeds as well. So like I try to like interact in people's stuff. Like I'll comment like, where'd you get this, like these pair of pants? If you start a conversation as well, that bumps up your post too. And then I personally try to post question posts because people love giving advice. I've noticed, at least in my network, I know a lot of other people's networks like to give advice too. So ask a question. Like the other day I asked, do you wear socks to bed? I got 45 comments from it. I had no idea so many people didn't wear socks to bed. And it was just like interesting and funny. And so yeah, post a question post for advice. And then sometimes the day after I'll do like a sale or something or a freebie Friday, and I'll get a ton of people because they all answered on my question post, and then I got bumped up in their news feed. So that's probably a really good post to incorporate in your Facebook branding. Another good one, funny quotes, funny stuff your kids say or your husband or your mom even. Those get a lot of action. As well as live videos. So I know these are so scary. I like just started doing them myself. So they get the most traffic on Facebook. Facebook bumps those up so high and people get a little notification that you're on live. Another thing that will bump you up in people's news feeds is if you post to the Facebook story or your Instagram story. So they're really easy to do. You just like, and then people get a notification about it. So it's like one of the best things that's happened to me, and at least in my business, are the Facebook and Instagram stories. So for Instagram, for branding for Instagram, it's pretty similar to Facebook. You want to post once a day. I try to post once a day. I don't post as much product stuff in there. But I use my Instagram stories to post product stuff like before and afters and stuff like that. Because you can see everyone that checks out your Instagram story, so you can stalk them a little bit. And then another thing that I like to do is when people do comment on my stuff, I comment back right away. You don't have to, but I found that helps boost myself in other people's news feeds as well. Also, for your profile picture and your cover photo, you want to make sure that you don't change those too often. You want to be seen a certain way, and you want to have people recognize you. So keep your Facebook profile picture and your cover photo for a while. I like to do it for at least a month. If I do longer than that, I get really bored of it. So that's just my personal preference. And that does bump you up in people's news feeds as well. So I hope these tips helped you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you.